people, welcome to Julia's podcast. It's Saturday, 13th of February of 2021. My name is Julia and this week I don't go solo for your good. You're lucky this week. I have an amazing podcast to share with you with an interesting artist again, Nick Brax. He's a musician, he is a guitarist, and he will introduce us to his music and his lifestyle. Actually, we will talk about music and how it feels to be Greek living abroad. He's also Greek. So we will compare the situation here and the situation in Greece. And we will talk also about diverse topics like funny things and serious thing. We will talk about everything. So stay connected, stay tuned, and see you soon. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Nick. Welcome to my podcast,
Thank
number
you.
5.
Thank you to have me here.
You're welcome. I really enjoy to have guests.
I'm very glad to be here.
Okay, let's start. Nick, as I told you, he's a musician, he's a guitarist, and we will talk everything about his life. So let's start.
Sure. What do you want to know?
So I want the people to know how many years you live here in The Hague.
Okay, so the first time I came here, it was like 4 to 5 years ago. And first I moved to a small village it's called Monster, actually. And the name is like represents the place 100% because there was no places to have fun there. There was only the church. That was the best place to hang out. So so you can imagine what I'm talking about.
For a musician.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah, it's a little bit hardcore.
So I lived there for a year. There was a few festivals, like blues festivals. There was some, Dutch people are very much into festivals. You know
yes,
that?
I know.
So
it's the country of festivals.
yes.
Yeah.
So there was times that we were having fun and everything, but most of the time there was a lot of isolation going on with me, at least, because I didn't speak the Dutch,
the language.
the language, and I was living with my friend most of the time. So I guess
also Greek. He was
well.
also Greek.
Half Greek, half Dutch.
Okay, cool.
And after a year, I moved to denhaag, The Hague, and I live for like 4 years now here.
Okay, same here.
Same, right?
Same.
Oh, cool!
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, 4 years.
Nice.
Yes.
So I'm feeling like I want to ask you a few questions about it, but you're doing a podcast.
No, be my guest. Be my guest.
Do you like denhaag?
Ooh, I love The Hague. Yeah, I
You really love
denhaag.
that city.
Yeah.
So you prefer it than Rotterdam or Amsterdam,
Yes.
right? Yeah?
Yes. Sorry, I don't have anything with Amsterdam. It's a really beautiful city, but sorry, I love The Hague.
So you know that there is like different personalities, right? So people who like denhaag, I think are more like chill, like peaceful.
That's not a good example.
Yeah, like I think Amsterdam is more for eccentric people and very extrovert, like you want to hang out, I guess.
Yeah, more party people.
Yeah, because there is a lot of tourism going on there. And Rotterdam, it's more like a little bit of both.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think in Rotterdam you have even more nightlife than Amsterdam. That's what I heard, and many of my friends are living there anyway, so
okay.
I've got an idea of Rotterdam a little bit.
Yes.
But I love Rotterdam actually. I love denhaag as well. I feel like this is the place to live, and Rotterdam is the place to hang out.
True.
Because
That's
denhaag is
true.
kind of boring when it comes to nightlife. There is only very specific places to go.
Yes.
And I'm from Creta, so
Oh yeah, Creta is my favorite island.
Nice, I'm glad. So I'm from Heraklion.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm born especially when you're from an island,
Yes.
you're born in a little bit closed community, right? It's not that close because it's a pretty big island, but still.
Yes.
So I'm more used to denhaag type of cities, you know.
Okay.
And also it's next to the beach, so
I said the same.
yeah, I can't live without it.
Me too. Wherever is the sea, we are there. No, because they ask me, what are you doing here? Why you like so much The Hague? Because I say it's the sea.
Yeah, the sea.
I cannot live without sea. I cannot breathe.
Yeah, me too, me too.
Sea is
it's quite different than Greece though. Yeah, a lot different.
Yes.
But still, at least you get the sense that you're, you know, next to the water.
And of the horizon, you know.
The horizon, yeah.
Horizon. The
It's beautiful.
endless blue. Well, blue.
Yeah, I kinda missed it, you know. I kinda missed like the real blue.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
But still, like, at least denhaag, you know, it's especially people from the beach, like from Scheveningen, for example, are a little bit more chill out people. Like, you can sense that.
Yes.
I don't know, people who live close to water, I think they're more
Relax.
especially if it's a small community, they all know each other and everything. It's like a small village.
Back down is better. It's better. Scheveningen is more touristic also.
Yeah, I haven't been to a lot of places.
Okay.
Like, I've been to Hoek van Holland. It's also a pretty nice place. There's also very nice surfing clubs in like in denhaag, more than in Creta, because there's no waves in Creta.
Yes.
There's not a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. No, waves there are only in Aegean seas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
but
specific places.
I guess there is, but I never actually considered to do surfing, so I got no clue about that.
Okay. Yeah, you're a musician.
Right.
Another different story. So I told them you're a guitarist.
Yeah.
You like classic guitar, Spanish, rock?
I'm more into Western acoustic guitar, and I like a lot of American music.
Okay.
So
Country.
I go for blues, country, even jazz. I like rock, pop rock, even metal. Sometimes.
Whoa.
I'm not going that wild, but still. I mean, I'm bored with metal, but I wasn't playing guitar since I was young. I started playing after the age of 17, actually. My best friend put me into this. And yeah, I'm very glad he did. Yeah, because now that's my job, actually.
Okay. So when it started, in which age you started to...
Around 17, 18, I went to music schools. And then...
Conservatoires or also...
No, in Greece there's no such thing, actually. There is the University of Musicology, there is the traditional music universities, because we have huge culture of music in Greece. But you know, it was, for me, it was more like to have fun on the beginning and everything. But I went to music schools, and when I started taking it more seriously, I was like, okay, I just want to study this. I don't care which university I'm going to choose, I just want to learn music.
Okay.
So I ended up in a very strange university, especially for the European, for the Europeans.
Back in Greece?
Yeah.
Okay.
I studied Byzantine musicology.
Okay.
Which is like, okay, the full name is like something like the University of Ecclesiastical Music and Chanting, something like that. So it's basically church music for Orthodox church.
Okay.
Right?
Something like Byzantium music.
Byzantium, yeah. Byzantine
okay.
music.
Yeah.
It's called Byzantine music.
Byzantium.
Byzantium. Okay, that reminds me of something very Greek.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's more tradition.
It's
not
more traditional.
More conservative.
Yes.
Yes.
So it was not my type so much, but
it was more classic music.
yeah, it was music.
Yeah.
I was like, I liked most of the lessons there,
Okay.
and it opens my mind into other genres as well.
Okay.
Because I was too much into Western music, you know, and this is a lot of there's a lot of Easter influences.
Okay.
In Byzantine music.
Yeah.
Actually, I can say that Byzantine music influenced the East.
Yes.
Because it's based actually in the ancient Greek music.
Yes.
But let's not go deeper in that. Let's talk about Western, because that's my field.
Yeah. So you started your studies in Greece.
Yeah.
And then you decided to move to denhaag, to the Netherlands?
Yes.
Okay. What was the reason, the main reason that gave you the push to leave Greece and visit and change the country and find a better place? Or it was for your work, or?
It was a dream since I was a child.
Okay.
I didn't have in my mind to move to Netherlands specifically, but I always wanted to explore other countries, especially from the south. Sorry, from the north.
From the north.
That's right, because I am from the south.
Okay.
So. And my best friend, he's half Dutch, half Greek. He moved before me, like a few years before me, and he recommended me to make the step, to do the step, and I was like, sure, let me finish the university, let me go to the army first, because it's Greece.
Yeah.
So you have to go to the army. Yes.
It's mandatory, yeah.
So after the army and after I graduated university, I was like, yeah, now it's the time. And I can say that the first year in Netherlands for me was one of the happiest years in my life.
For me also.
Really? Sick. That's great.
Yes. Yeah, it was a big party country, eh?
Yeah, and you
Yes.
know, I think moving is not for everybody,
Yeah.
but people who wants to move,
Yeah.
they're really looking for something better, you know.
Yeah.
So it also takes a lot of courage to do that.
Yeah.
So only the feeling that you did it
Yes.
when you arrive here. I think it's Netherlands also, but it's not necessarily Netherlands. It could be any country.
No, but here is the feeling also, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been also to other countries. I've been.
Really?
Yes.
Where
Sweden and Spain.
Cool.
So when I came here, I
Sweden
said,
and Spain, like literally
yeah,
the opposite.
yeah.
Okay, and you were like, I want something in the middle.
The gray zone. No, but it's not the gray zone here, eh?
But so you prefer better Netherlands than Sweden?
Look, the people in Spain are amazing. I felt like home, but then I was in Madrid and then I didn't have the sea yet. So in the very first beginning, I was crying all the time. I want to go back. I want to have
Really?
the sea. Yes.
It was your first trip.
Yeah, the first.
It was a trip, or you were going to live there?
I wanted to live there. So it was also the first time. It was the soak. It was the city without the sea. So for me, it was too much. But I had all my friends there. Thank you, people. Thank you, the Spanish friends of mine. They treat me like a sister, like a daughter. They are amazing people, the Spanish people. But yeah, then
They're more look like Italians and Greeks and all the southern.
the feeling that I had from them is that they are Mediterraneans. They are look like us, but also their culture is a little bit more conservative.
A little bit more than Greek. That's
Yes.
one of the reasons why I left Greece, though.
Yes.
Because I'm a little bit more progressive, a little bit more liberal.
Yeah, exactly. And they are more. I had the feeling that they look a little bit more like the English people.
Really?
The British. Yeah.
I have no clue.
But it was a mix. Nothing has to do with us and the Italians. We are a little bit more cuckoo. And the other way.
Yeah, we have a little bit of east also
Yes.
into, so
Yes.
it's a little bit more Balkanian type of country also.
Don't say this.
It's a little bit of everything, I would say, like a little bit of
Yes.
Balkanian, a little bit of east, and a little bit of Europe as well. So all combined in one country.
Yes.
That's why different places in Greece have. It's almost like you're in a different country, but you speak the same language, right?
Yes.
And even the language changes a lot. Like there's a huge culture in Greece.
Yeah,
like,
north with south and
Yeah.
the islands. Yeah, exactly.
You know, they're saying also in Netherlands that there is like 4 different areas and people live in a different way and speak a little bit different dialects. But in Greece, it's like almost completely different language. If you speak real Cretan language, you know what I mean? And if you speak really from Epirus.
Yes, I'm from Epirus. Eh?
There we go.
I'm from the mountains. Yes.
Like all Greece is full of mountains anyway. I miss the mountains a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get back to
So
music, I guess.
you are this artistic spirit
Yes.
that wants to explore and
Yes.
expand.
Yeah, that was the
Also
idea.
the mind and yeah. It's the same with me.
Right?
I think for arts, Greece nowadays is not a good environment. You cannot develop your personality, yourself. It's a little bit weird. Nick, what's your personal style of music?
Okay, so like I said, I like Western music. I like blues. I like the American style. I'm very open into other also music genres, especially like traditional. My thesis for the university was about the Afro-American music and actually the Negro spiritual.
Okay.
And I was always into black music.
Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it. So, but I consider myself more as a music teacher than a musician.
Okay.
And I'm saying that because many people cannot tell, they don't think about the difference so much. They think that, oh, he's a great guitarist, so he must be a great teacher as well, so I'm gonna call him, right?
Yes.
It doesn't work that way. What I'm doing is teaching. That means that I spend most of my time trying to figure out techniques and ways to convey knowledge. That means that I'm practicing on my instruments, of course, but I'm practicing also into teaching.
Okay. So your style is more Afro.
Yeah, it's more Western. It's more like American music, like country, blues. I like reggae as well. And actually, my thesis in the University of Byzantine Music, Orthodox Church music, it was about the Negro spiritual, and that was really weird for my university. So, but they accepted because it's a religious music, so it was still in the concept of religion.
Also gospel.
Gospel, yeah. Gospel is like the next step after spiritual.
Okay.
Came after, yeah.
Okay. So, and do you have any live gigs now or not? Now
You know
it's
what?
impossible.
All right, so I consider myself more as a music teacher than a musician, and I'm saying that because there is a big difference between these two disciplines.
Yes.
For example, let's say that you speak. Which language do you speak?
I speak
You speak a few languages. You speak Greek. You speak whatever.
English, French, Spanish, and now Dutch.
Cool. All right. So especially in French language. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, you can study more French. You can learn more about the language. You can learn more vocabulary. You become better. But can you really explain to me how you place your tongue or the little things that you do with your mouth in order to spell the words correctly and to use the correct accent and to do all these little things, you know. You're just doing it.
Yes.
That's the difference between musician and music teacher also. The
Yes.
fact that you can play the music, and even if you are extremely good into playing the music, doesn't mean that you can teach it to somebody. Because
yes, it has to do with the
you know,
skills that you have of teaching.
And also
There's a lot of artists that they cannot teach what they are doing.
exactly. And in my opinion, especially extremely good artists.
Yes.
Why? Because they spend way too much time into mastering the instrument, and they didn't spend as much time as learning how to introduce it to somebody. For example, I start when I'm teaching kids, especially in the age of 7 or 8 years old. I'm always starting from very, very basic things, like really small things to give to make them how is this called? To give them some more self-esteem, because that's the first thing, like for everything. You have to feel like you got it before you start with it.
Okay.
I'm trying to make them feel like they can do it.
Yes.
So, right? So you start with little tricks like clap your hands or
give them some rhythm.
yes, simple, very
skills,
simple.
yeah.
Things that everybody can do. But I see other teachers starting from, okay, this is the guitar, or this is the body, this is the neck, this is... No, just start with, okay, I'm gonna play a rhythm, clap your hands to the rhythm.
Okay.
Oh, you can clap your hands to the rhythm. That's a very good beginning.
Like a game, actually.
Exactly.
So they need to learn to enjoy music and not just, I have to do this now because...
Yes, because my parents pushed me
Yeah.
or whatever, which is a very common thing.
Yeah. That's sick, man. To force you to do something as a kid.
It happens all the time, especially with piano and I don't know. Parents think that this is prestige or...
Yes. Wow. Can happen, eh?
Is this like story of your life or what?
No.
I
I was forcing them to put me to the theater.
Oh, you were like,
studies.
please. So.
Yeah. No, but I started in a really early age theater. I was 12 or 13 years old.
Wow.
And actually back then my parents were really busy and I was crying and I was saying, I want to go to the school, I want to go to the class, take me now, you know.
Cool. Awesome. So you knew what you want to do.
Yes, from that age. Actually, since I remember myself, I knew what I want to do.
Cool.
So when I went
and
12,
you made it.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. I was pretty confused.
Yes.
When I was a kid. Yeah, I was not quite sure what I want to do. I was always like either psychologist or stuff like that more.
Okay.
But
passion was stronger.
And also music gives you joy. So it is a kind of a therapy as well, psychological therapy.
Yeah. Music therapy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, many years of study to master to become a music therapist.
You want to do it?
I'm fine with the lessons.
Okay. So actually here you're giving classes to kids.
I'm giving to kids, adults.
Also adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every age. I can tell that I enjoy more than even playing on stage. Everybody thinks that it's the coolest thing, like to play on stage and everything, but it depends the person, I was always wanted to deliver, to convey knowledge.
Yes.
I love playing on stage as well, but no, I prefer teaching.
Yes. I guess you love kids.
I mean, I didn't even know before I start, but then I realized that,
they're funny. It's
kids,
fun.
Yeah. And I especially in the beginning, I was experimenting a lot to figure out what they liked the most and everything. And sometimes, okay, that's a little bit too much, but sometimes parents were coming up to me and asking me like, how did you make my kid paying attention? Because this, I mean, I cannot. It's really hard. You know what I mean? And I give them a lot of space. That's what I do. I give them a lot of space. Like, okay, I'm not getting frustrated. That's the main thing. Like, I'm not getting frustrated because I had to do with hyperactive kids with ADHD sometimes. And the way I was teaching, it was like, if you think you have ADHD, you haven't seen me. So, let me give you some real ADHD right now. Let me show you how it works.
I do the same with the kids.
Yeah?
Yeah, if they come nasty to me, I say to them, do you think you're nasty?
Oh.
Wait to see me being
Exactly.
nasty. If you come to me, I will come to you. And then they are like this.
Exactly. Yo, you cannot, don't even.
Yeah, they say she's crazy.
There's no
How
challenge.
can I deal with her?
Exactly.
So you see them like being like sent after a while. Yeah. But they need to play. The kids, they need to play.
You know, that's the thing. That's why I like to be a little bit isolated, you know, because if the parents are there, I'm always trying to be extra serious and everything. But if I have like my alone time with the kid, I know I feel much more better. I'm pretty sure that parents would love to see my interaction, and they always love it.
Yeah.
But you know, by instinct, I'm always trying to be a little bit more okay. Nick, we're not jumping up and down right now. We're going slowly. You know, like there's very rare times that I've lost students. I think it happens once.
Yeah.
With a kid.
Yeah.
Like, she was a little bit too much. She was jumping on my shoulders and playing with my hair. I was like, she was 5 to 6 years old. So I decided that 5 to 6 years old.
No. No.
It depends of the kid. There is prodigies in the age of 5. So. But yeah, so if you are going hyperactive, I'm gonna go twice and
And then they're like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What happened here?
They realize, oh, that's different. Most of my teachers are usually getting even more serious.
Yes.
I'm getting even more playful.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? So I'm going with your type, like,
Yes.
challenge me if you can.
Yes. Exactly. I grew up to nieces like this.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I think they are doing very well.
They are doing a great job, man. They love me, I love them. And I never had problem with them. They were so relaxed and so calm with me all the time. But I was also with them really cuckoo.
Yeah.
So.
You know, it depends on the kid. Like, if I see that the kid is very, serious and really want to learn and everything, I'm like, okay, now we're teaching. Like, now I have the correct state of mind that I need. But there is other kids that they were not even interested in the guitar, and they became interested because of me. But you know, there's a downside for that. Most of those kids are more interested into, okay, that sounds a little bit full of myself, but it's true, and because parents told me that, more interested into me than the guitar, which means that they are practicing only when I'm there, because they're having also fun.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yes.
But that's what I call is inspiration. That's what most of the teachers miss. Like, they don't care about inspiring.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm not blaming them, because it depends. There's different characters and everything, and you're not supposed to inspire, you're supposed to teach, right? You're supposed to have already a person that is inspired. But if you have to do with kids, like, start from making them love the instrument and then teach them an instrument.
But that's the misunderstanding in Greece, I think, because here I don't think that it's so common. In Greece, I have to say the teachers are more conservative. They are more strict. They don't inspire.
Oh, they're pretty old school, yeah.
Yeah, they're old school, eh?
I mean, the kid doesn't even know what he or she wants in this age, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel
They
like
can feel
Yeah,
they can feel.
exactly. You know, that replies to everybody. Like, nobody really remembers what you did or what you said, but everybody remembers how you made them feel.
Exactly.
Right? Especially in a young age, that stigmatized the entire life. So that's what I want to be. I want to be the inspiration of kids to think that, you know, the guitar is like the coolest thing on earth. And if they want to become something different in their life, it's okay, but I'm going to do the best to make them guitarists.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
You're going to be a musician. You're going to be a starving musician.
Yes.
Sorry to your parents for that. I didn't mean to. It just happened.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm creating a duo with another guy. He's an Irish. And we are going to play also Irish songs, which I love Irish music.
Okay.
And but we're gonna stick with the we're gonna be a little bit of crowd pleasers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, it doesn't sound very well, but it's quite fun.
Yes.
And I also like pop music. I'm not against. I used to not like it when I was younger, but I started realizing what's nice about pop music and why all these people prefer pop music. You know, it's the simplicity, it's the minimalism into it.
Exactly.
And there is a science behind it.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why they are also famous.
Yeah.
For a reason. Everything has their purpose. We like it or not, we have our own style, we love specific music, but for a reason they sell.
Yeah.
You like it or not.
Right.
There's a whole industry behind it.
Yes.
So you cannot minimize it or be, no, come on.
Yeah, you know, not everybody have the ears of Mozart or, I don't know, Steve Vai.
Exactly.
Not everybody is interested into complicated, complex compositions.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So Nick, tell me your target.
Alright, so you mean like what's the big picture? I want to build a music school for expats, and it's gonna called International Music School or International Guitar School. I'm still working on it, and I want to focus on expats only. Of course, Dutch people are welcome as well, but that's not my main target. From a few music schools that I've been already in denhaag, I noticed that most of Dutch teachers are struggling a little bit with the English terminology. And I believe that if you learn music using English terminologies, then you can communicate with the entire world. And yeah, then you can make, for example, a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Or you can get in a band with a lot of different international people. Yeah. And that's actually my goal. Like, if you come to my lessons, my goal is to teach you how to get in a band, how to become ready to play on stage, how to create a YouTube channel, and
how to go international.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yes, yes.
So most of the times I'm skipping all the unnecessary music theory, and I'm using the music theory that actually applies into reality, into the real world, right? So when you get in a band, what language do they speak? Like when somebody says, "Oh, we're gonna play in 4/4," or when somebody's playing something and you have to listen to it and realize what's the correct chord or what's the correct notes. So we're doing a lot of ear training as well. I'm not going so much into how's it called, reading, sight reading, which is a very useful thing if you want to become a flamenco guitarist, or if you want to play in an orchestra.
So I want to make you a question. This is a personal question.
Sure.
For my personal information.
Okay.
Do you consider that the Spanish guitar, the flamenco style, is more demanding than the normal guitar performing or jazz or...
Okay, the truth is that the more you go back to the roots of guitar, and the more you go into cultural music and folk and it's a traditional music, right?
Classic, yes.
It's more focused into classical acoustic guitar, which I'm not specialized.
Okay.
But I have to say that it depends on the level you want to get into. So there is a few techniques in Spanish music that looks very fancy, and your friends are gonna get very impressed if they see you doing it, but are not as difficult as it looks like. As it looks like.
Okay.
Now, if you go deeper, if you want to play like Paco de Lucia, then
God,
right?
He's great.
Yeah, so that takes years.
He's a god,
years.
man. I don't think that there is a normal person that can reach his level.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
I was saying
Spain
the same.
now, yeah.
I was saying the same thing for Steve Vai.
Yeah. Okay.
But they are completely different
styles.
Completely different styles. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he's amazing on finger style. Like, wow, the guy can play.
Okay. What is your tip to make this world a better place?
Wow.
Wow.
Make this world a better place.
Yes. Of course, with music.
Like that every individual has to focus on becoming a better individual. That's how we change the world. But if we're talking about music, you know, I admire musicians like John Mayer, for example, because he made it to reach a long stage, a huge stage, with millions and millions of people listening to his music. But at the same time, he's playing a lot of sophisticated songs that are not for every ear. But because he made it to reach all these ears, people are getting more educated. You know, the more complex is something, the more opens up your creativity, imagination, gets you out of the box, makes you think more, and I think John Mayer made it because he played a lot of pop songs. He was using a lot of songs in the form of pop, you know, in popular forms. But the people are actually listening to other songs also at the same time from the same album, for example. And yeah, and he educates people. So
actually what you want to do is to educate people with music.
Yes.
Inspire people.
Exactly. But I want to do it in a way that they can understand it, you know. They can
like he did it.
Yes, the way he did it.
Okay. Okay, so actually he is your inspiration.
Yeah.
And your motivation, and you want to...
Yeah, there is also other artists, but yeah, John Mayer is...
He is your example, and...
Yeah, he's a good example, sure.
You want to share this to the world.
Yes, and that's the way I'm seeing things in general, like either even when I'm teaching, for example, I'm going with the flow. You know, I'm not trying to push things, like I'm not... because many musicians, many music teachers are having like classical education, and others really put a lot of effort and they really struggle to graduate the university. They were literally studying like 10 hours per day. So they have this mentality that it has, because they had hard times, they think that, okay, that's normal. My student needs to have hard times. For example, I went to Luther to buy a guitar, and actually was for a student of mine. And I asked him to make the action a little bit less, because it would be hard for his fingers to push the strings. And he told me, it's good to struggle a little bit, he told me, because that's how you work out your fingers. But the way, and he had a point, but the way I see it is that you have to first make the student feel like he's got it. Like, even if I could find a guitar that can play, that can do half of the work for my student, so he don't have to do half of the work, especially on the beginning. In the beginning, yes. Because, you know, it's called, okay, the first 3 months are the hardest. Is the hardest that the student is going to decide if he's going to continue or not. And I'm trying to show them that it's something that you can actually do. It's something that, because many people are watching other guitarists and they go like, oh, how he's doing this thing, how is he doing these things? Like, this must be like something, you know, like a rocket science. But I'm not trying to, you know, this is a guitar, right?
Yeah.
This is not a spaceship. Right? You can place your fingers on it. Yeah, don't be afraid. You know what I mean?
Enjoy, play with it.
Exactly, and enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's what is music for.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And then we're going more where I'm raising the
standards,
yes, and also the thickness of the strings as well. I make it a little bit harder to work out their fingers, but you have to start, you know, easy.
Yes, of course.
And music is for everybody, right?
Yes. Then it becomes more demanding and more extravagant.
Yeah,
but you have to be professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to that level, you go hard.
Exactly.
Or go home.
Then exactly, then you choose to which level
yes.
you wanna
yes.
go. You wanna, yeah.
After it's a decision.
Yeah.
If you want to suffer or not.
Exactly. Yes. So you don't blame me. You chose that.
Yes, exactly. I just introduce you to the funny thing.
Exactly.
And
I can help you to suffer if you want.
Yeah. But let's go light in the beginning. Yeah.
Yes. So then when you get inspired and you're ready for it, then that's the teacher's job, to see when is the right time to make the transition. Okay. You know, and see like, okay, now we can go a little bit more, you know, harder.
Okay.
And he sees also how much the kid is into it. Like, I don't believe that much in talents.
No.
But there is people that are actually naturally learning faster and other learning a little bit slower. That's the only difference I can see.
Yeah, and to be successful makes you the practice, nothing more, not the talent. And
there is actually disorders that some people cannot really understand music and the difference between tonalities and everything. This is extremely rare. Yeah. It's like you're colorblind. Yes. It's kind of the same, very rare. But it's not about talent. You know, everybody, if you put the effort, you're gonna make it. Yes.
And let's keep this. We want to give this positive vibe out there. If you want something, you can do it. And if you decide to do it, go for it. And we are here to support you. And thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah. Thank you so much. We have
You're
also
welcome.
the curfew.
Thank you for
So
having me.
we are running today, but I was really happy to have you here.
Yes, I would be glad to come back again.
Of course! Next time you will perform also.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I hope all your dreams come true. I have high hopes for you.
Thank you. And good luck with your podcast.
Thank you. And we thank you also for being here with us. Love you, all of you. A lot of kisses from The Hague. Until next time.
Bye-bye.